Culture, Globalization. Group members: Aurelio Guadalupe Alba Campos, Cristian Hernández Baena, Enrique Israel Gutiérrez Arroyo, Luis Emanuel Vargas Rubio, Raimundo David Torres Calvo, and Karen Isabel Maldonado. We will expose in this order: Cristian Hernández Baena, Raimundo David Torres Calvo, Luis Emanuel Vargas Rubio, Aurelio Guadalupe Alba Campos, Enrique Israel Gutiérrez Arroyo, and finally, Karen Isabel Maldonado Escalante. Dirt, of course, is popular culture here. Berber's term. Mcworld first best, and it is this culture that is most credibly subsumed under the category of Western nation, since virtually all of it is of Western and more specifically American provenience. Young people throughout the world dance to American music, willing their behind in American jeans and wearing t-shirts with message often misspelled about American universities and other consumer items. Older people watch American sitcoms on television and go to American movies. Everyone, young and old, grows taller and fatter on American fast food. Here in it is a case of cultural hegemony, and it is not surprising that others such as French masters of culture and Irving Mulas, not to mention the Fox Soviet cosmologists greatly resent the fact
of cultural imperialism. Also understand that the diffusion of popular culture is not just a matter of behavior. It carries a significant freight of beliefs and values. Its attraction is not just due to a particular preference for loud or rhythmic sound. Rock music also symbolizes a whole cluster of cultural values concerning self-expression and spontaneity. The consumption of American popular culture has a sacrament character. The hegemony becomes clear by the asymmetry of consumption. Mexicans are consuming whole chunks of American values in, with, and under the American hamburgers.
A couple of years ago, I met a representative of Hallmark greeting cards for the Chinese province of Guangdong, a market of some 60 million people. He was happy to report that his product was selling very well. When asked which greeting cards were most popular, he said the Valentine cards. You see, the young Chinese men are quite shy with the members of the opposite sex. It is difficult for them to express their feelings. It is much easier to send a Valentine card. I did not know what to say to this and mumbled something about how there must be a lot of work. and translating the text into Chinese. Oh no, he said, they want the cards to be in English. As an example, of the Chinese young people being very shy to express their feeling towards the opposite sex, uh, they chose to send volunteer letters where they can better express their emotions and be.
Dissemination and rejection. The main people in charge of the globalization of the popular culture are the members of Davos, but those responsible for these cultural exports are a more extensive population. Indigenous reaction range from acceptance to rejection, with different degrees of commitment. Acceptance is generally leads to conflict between the younger generation and the older generation. One reason for acceptance among the young is to trust the parents. Total rejection is difficult even understand repression regimens. These are many degrees of commitment, some of them baffling to outsiders. An example of a reaction cultural of globalization that is famous is the case of Asia, which had several countries isolated from the outside world. Such, such is the case of Japan, which was isolated for more than 200 years.
Well, my name is Enrique Tranel. A few years ago, I visited the Meiji Grand Shrine in Tokyo. I was in the company of my host who were pious adherents of Shinto. When inviting me to go to shrine with them, they asked me solicitous whether my religious feelings will be offended by their venerating the Meiji Emperor. I replied courteously and perfunctoriously that this will be kept all right. I then stood with them holding incised sticks in my hands and bowing to the fainting accompaniment of drums beaten by a row of Shinto priests lined up being used. Mm. Example I emerged from the shine somewhat dazed, reflecting that I had just been praying to a dead Japanese potency.
Society's shrine was a large park filling with hundreds of young people fervent dancing to rock music from numerous portable radios. I had noticed some young people inside the shrine and wondered whether they were now going to crowds in the park. My house were whether they say any between that was uh, going on going inside the outside and outside the shrine. They was actually puzzled by my question. Uh, Certainly not the rebellion after a moment on reaction. Chinese culture has always been susceptible and integral element coming from abroad. One of the most interesting questions about the contemporary Japan whether my hosts were correct in Sanger's view about the absorptive capacity of Japan culture.